Madison Reedy has joined us for business. A farm business has announced a big loss today.
This is PGG Wrights, and it's a rural services business, and it's listed on the New Zealand Stock Exchange. Now, this is one of the worst results that we have seen in this half-year reporting period yet. Their net profit for the half-year has all but disappeared. Their half-year net profit was $320,000, down from $14.6 million on the previous period last year.
A massive dive.
Quite a significant dive there, and that's because they faced higher costs in that period, but also their seeds and grains business had quite a large loss of $8.6 million. Now, that business is actually about to be sold to a Danish seeds company for $421 million. Now, that's still awaiting OAO approval, but the company is pretty confident that that will go ahead. The company also says that they're not alone in facing these headwinds and factors that have impacted their performance. They say that those headwinds are being felt across the rural sector, and they're pretty confident also in the business that will be left over after the sale of their seeds business.
So Genesis Energy has opened its books today?
Pretty positive result, actually. So Genesis Energy, one of the big generation retailers in New Zealand, their half-year net profit was up 78% to $49 million today, and that's because their generation assets, so the Huntly Power Station, hydro and wind power stations across New Zealand, they depreciated less than they did last year, so the loss there narrowed. Their revenue was also up 12% to $1.2 billion for the period, but their expenses were flat, just down about 2%. Now, that's because they had to turn on their Huntly Power Station quite a lot at the end of last year. That was when we saw that unprecedented low in power supply in New Zealand, when hydro lakes were low, and there was also a gas storage facility outage. So the Huntly Power Station acts as basically the backup for the electricity market in New Zealand, and it was fired up for a pretty consistent period of time, but it does cost more to run, so it hit their finances ever so slightly.
And any excitement on the market today?
The NZX Top 50 Index closed up just 0.5% tonight, so that's 42 points to close at 9,281. Genesis Energy's share price closed up just 1 cent. PGG Wrightson's share price actually didn't change. That's still trading at 53 cents. The New Zealand dollar is buying at 68.9 US cents, 95.9 to the Australian, and 52 British pence. That's all pretty steady, even given that we had some figures today about our trade deficit, which widened to a record level in January.
Thanks, Madison. That's Madison Reedy with your business news.